Happy Monday morning, 522. It seems like every week I'm saying it's been a crazy time, and since the last video, it's gotten even crazier. So I hope next week I can say that it's calmed down a little bit. There's just so much going on in our world, and I say kudos to you guys for pushing through for not just all that you do with your students, but talking about the presentations. They were really good. Overall, as a class, you guys always present good ideas in really well thought out manner. And so I liked all the presentations from Google Slides and Powtoon and just the different ways you submitted them. They were really good. Remember to keep up on your discussion posts. That is an important part of the program, and I know it can get away from you pretty easily. Just remember that, when you're posting responses, it can't just be a sentence or two. You need to add to the conversation and add some depth. For the most part, you guys are awesome. I just wanted to put a reminder there and put a reminder for when you're submitting a Google Doc or a slide. There's two ways really to do it. You can download it as a Word doc, or you can download it as a PDF. I highly recommend downloading it as a PDF and then uploading that to the submission box, because your formatting will stay the same. When you submit a PDF, also submit the link, because I'll look at the PDF, but I like looking at it live as well, through Google Slides or Docs or whatever it may be. And so when you do that, your share settings need to be anyone on the internet with the link can view it. And so make sure you do that as well. I skipped over the quote, but let me go back to it. It's from a movie called Wag the Dog. It's a quirky movie. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. And I love this quote because I love the intention that we need to have action today versus continuing to wait for better action tomorrow. And so I think that kind of fits with what's going on right now. So let's get into the content for this week. Really, you have one content that's aside is this article that came out in 2008. So it's interesting to read that through that lens, that this is 12 years old. Is Google making us stupid? It's a really good article. It's not too long, but it's not short either. But it's a really good article. So go through that article, and once again, through the lens of like, this was written about 12 years ago, really before Google kind of skyrocketed. And so that's your article for the week, along with continuing your research for the book report at the end of the course for week 8. It's week 5, so week 8 is coming up soon. You have 2 discussion questions, but really the first one is you're posting your emerging tech presentation, and that's also, and then 2 people are then you're going to respond to 2 classmates presentations with questions, feedback, that sort of thing. So that's your first discussion post, is posting that. That same thing is going to be posted for assignment 5, but I'll get to that. So your first one is posting your emerging tech presentation, and then making sure you're responding to 2 classmates. And then the second one is, do you have fears and concerns in regards to students being dependent on technology, which we probably all do. And then what are these concerns and how might you combat them in your classroom? And then the second part of that is, what one emerging technology that you would really like to try in your classroom, but due to availability or training haven't tried yet. And I would say probably with that question, you might want to not answer it in the guise of COVID, because that's just kind of a extremely unique and rare situation. So that's your second discussion post. So your assignment for this week is your emerging tech presentation, but it's the feedback and questions. So what you're going to do is you're going to post it in the discussion board, like I just mentioned, view 2 or 3 classmates' presentations, and respond with feedback or questions for them. Then you're also going to submit that to question or assignment 5. So if we go to this week, right here, assignment 5, you're going to submit that in the submission box. And the easiest way to do that is, I would say, create a Google Doc or a Word doc, and your feedback and questions to people, you can put it on one doc and you can submit that doc. So you're going to get double grades for this. You're going to get a grade for the discussion post, and you're also going to get a grade here in the assignment area. So make sure you do that one because it's double. And then looking forward to next week, you're going to have to do a future predictions presentation. So reflect on week 1 prediction regarding future education. So go back to week 1 and find out what you, or remember what you posted on. And you're going to do a presentation on that, on what are your predictions for the next 10, 20, 30, 50 years, introduction, analysis, opinions, 5 minutes long. So host it on YouTube, Vimeo. You can do Powtoon, you can do a Google slide and screencastify it. You could actually just record your audio and insert it into Google Slides if you want to do that. As long as there's some interaction options with it, that's really the point of this. And so it's not just submitting slides. You need to quote unquote present it somehow. So if you need help with that, please let me know. Screencastify, Screencast-O-Matic, Camtasia, Powtoon. Like I said, just recording audio and inserting it into your Google Slides are ways you can definitely do that. And once again, this is not terribly long. It needs to be succinct and impactful. So if you have questions, this is for next week, but I just wanted to throw that out there because it is a little bit different. It's just not a presentation in Google Slides or PowerPoint. There's a multimedia component to that. So this is week 5, a little bit lighter, but I would say use this time to work on your final book report. Use this time wisely to start really hitting that hard. If you have any questions, as always, you can text me, you can email me, you can call if you need to, you can Vox, get a hold of me any way that you need to. Have a great week. I know most of you are probably starting summer without students, so I hope that goes well as well.